Today, my friends, we begin quite possibly the greatest survival game that I've played in years. StarRupture. It's currently in early access, but to be honest, from what I've seen thus far, I dare say the game is a masterpiece in the making. Alrighty, folks, here we are inside StarRupture. I've completed the tutorial, got that out of the way, but before we do get into it, there are a few things that I have to mention. First and foremost being that this game looks absolutely incredible. I mean, you can see some stuff over there, you can see that there, but it just is a beautiful looking game. Now, we have had a little bit of exposition. The first thing I've been warned about is some meter-long arachnids, which I haven't seen yet, and I'm not looking forward to seeing. The second thing is that you are a prisoner sent to this world, which I believe to be called Arcadia 7, with the goal of grabbing materials, which is what that setup is for corporations back on Earth, and that is a lot of what the work that you're going to be doing is. And then we have all this stuff, which I haven't looked at in depth. I'm currently playing as the engineer. Got movement, combat, survival, all stats that you can level up. And because we've completed the tutorial, I have now unlocked the entire area. So I think the plan is going to be, I want to unlock myself the weapon. Who sold me the weapons? I think it was Griffith's Blue. It's going to have to be you because I need titanium bars for it. So we select that. We come up to the smelter, choose titanium bar, and then this will just start excavating stuff. So this is the excavator. This will excavate the raw materials, send them over to the refiner, which will then produce the bars over to here, which is the orbital something or other. Whilst that's doing that, I am going to go ahead and mine up a bunch of wolfram ore, because before we do get into the actual exploration, I do want to arm myself. I want to get a couple of bits out of the way, and we will need some of this to do that. I'll live with that for now. I'm going to come pinch a little bit of this. So as you can see, we've currently got 80 being sent to
so
these guys.
You were a soldier. We are not going to be friends.
That is the other thing. That little voice line you just heard, there's 4 characters total: an engineer, a soldier, a plant dude, and someone else. I don't yet know if I can swap between them. However, it will be useful. Oh, well, because these I can use back at the base in the resource analyzer. New stuff you find, you analyze it, you get points for that, which in turn you can give to the corporations. You can give them your data, which in turn will again help you level up through them. So whilst that is on its way, come over here, we'll pop those in. Pop those in, pop you in. And then if we come over to the corporate terminal, I can add points, and I currently have 165 to add. So I think I will add them there, and then in 30 seconds or so, that can be claimed. So I need to craft some ammo, but now we have a pistol. And then I am going to make a lot of building materials, because I think the next thing I want to set up is an excavator for this. Okay, so we're currently working on both Selenian Corporation, and then this one I want to work on, I believe, Future Health Corporation will just do more for me in general. And then, should be alright to go and have a bit of an exploration. So we've now got both Wolfram and Titanium excavators, which will essentially give us all the materials we'll need to do the first levels for all corporations. My plan now is to come have a bit of a wander. So it's looking like we have a forest of some kind over there that I really want to explore. And we also have, that looks like the remnants of the bases.
Come to Mama.
There was mention that this group is the first to arrive here in... Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Okay. This sounds beefy.
Changing mags.
Okay.
What the frag was that?
They're vermin, the main threat on this planet.
Okay.
What do you mean, main?
Most of the people that arrived on Arcadia 7 were eliminated by these creatures.
Okay.
Natural disasters you can prepare for, but vermin are a bit more unpredictable.
Right.
Why didn't you warn us that we'd be fighting some overgrown... I don't even know what.
The IRO imposed a TS9 top-secret clause on their existence.
Okay.
They made very sure no one ever found out about them. Aside from high-ranking officials, only people sent directly to the planet have ever learned of their existence.
Claywood was here. You should have told us. You knew.
Which is why there will have been a safety area for the thing. Right, what is this? Drone wreck. Open. Damaged logic board. The damaged component of a drone could be worth something used in analyzing station. Oh. Hello, dead body. Damaged memory module. Pistol ammo. We'll take that.
I can use this.
Ah. So I don't have a map. Oh, another dead body. Hello. It's standard ammo. Hydrolite. Eat to gain effect. Gain 55 hydration. That's the other thing I forgot. There is food in the main base. Or the drop pod. Yeah, there. The drop pod. There's food there that we need. And you also don't want to eat. So it did say I ate some of the fruit, which the game told me wasn't a good idea whilst completing the tutorial. Some of them are safe, some of them aren't, so it is so much better to keep food on you. Right, so now I want to come over to the resource analyzer.
Useful information.
You. Damage logic board, what are you? 400? Memory module. 350. Okay, that was worth doing. Okay, these two I've started on. I think then Moon Energy Corporation unlocks new production and food recipes has to be placed inside a habitat. We will level you up. Already claimed Gal, or should I say Hal, because I'm feeling a plot twist coming there. Clever Robotics, personal storage, yes please. Modern Energy Corporation, level 3, I get a map. Okay, you I want to do work for then. And then both of these two we can level up. Fabricator unlocks plate, sheets, rotors, tubes, stabilizer, stator. Okay. Inventory upgrade. Very cool. So, what we're going to want to do now, I want to build a second habitat here. Horizontal connector, which will go there. Right, what did we unlock? Storage, recipe station, regeneration chamber, respawn point, and character selector. Okay, I think we want one of them. We are going to need to build a fabric. We are going to need to build a fabricator and connect that up to the production line if we want to progress with those corporations. The thing I'm most concerned with at the minute, though, is getting a map so we can start charting the area.
I am detecting increased Rupture activity.
Prepare yourselves for a wave. What is a wave? What is a wave? I'm hoping it's the little spider dudes. It might not be the little spider dudes, in which case I'm not happy. Now I'm going to pretend like everything's fine. Right, I want some... What do I want? I do want a recipe station.
Congratulations. You can now unlock new functionality for your buildings at the recipe station.
But the buildings can already do these things. Why would we need to unlock anything?
What?
Arcadia 7 is a very particular place, full of specific resources and requirements. The building's programming needs to be updated as these requirements change, to avoid unnecessarily clogging up memory, as well as transfer fees.
Of
It's the
course they do.
Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother.
I'll respond with one of Mr. Claywood's favorite sayings. This is exactly why you're not the richest person in the world.
Oh, so I... Okay, this is just some hooey. So in order to unlock the ability to craft stuff at the other stations, for example, to craft the calcium block, I first need to make 1,000 calcium, or give 1,000 calcium into the recipe station. I also got a yellow wave warning. What? Next wave. 10. I'm probably going to die here, but I kind of want to know what's going on here. Is it from the sun? 3, 2, 1.
Rupture's eruption has started.
Oh, flashbang. Okay.
Extreme temperature detected.
Okay. Hold E, lower temperature. Ah! Okay, the noises have stopped. What on earth?
I'm gonna melt.
Ow. Too hot, so I'd seek shelter or find another safe location to avoid taking damage. So I just can't go outside. Your buildings have overheated. Wait for them to cool down. How do I do that? Can I build air conditioning or? Actually, that's what we need. We need a window. Okay. I think we're going to want to do that. In that case then, regeneration chamber will probably be a grand idea. So engineer Maeve Caliente, convicted of smuggling drugs and dangerous materials aiding terrorists. Watch there be tax evasion now. Watch someone have tax evasion. Han Nergi, convicted of desertion. And then Chris Bonnet, scientist, convicted of classified. That's quite cool. This is not. It's still kind of screwed. I do have some storage, though, that I can build. So pop that there. And okay, so if I change the name to Wolfram, that is so cool. I know it's so simple. But it's so cool that it comes with an inbuilt sign. I don't have to build one. And we'll move across everything that we don't need. Because so long as the weather's cleared up... Oh, is this going to stay like this for now? Oh, it is. Wow, okay. Oh, that is really not good. My plan was to use the resource analyzer to craft the stuff that we need. Or to at least start getting stuff that we needed. If I can't do that, then I'm not sure how I'm going to progress with the levels. Honestly, I think my best bet is just going to be to run around harvesting meteorites for the time being. Hello. Starting to see some greenery come back. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of natural disasters and a lot of different types of them. But on the whole, they're not going to be particularly impactful for too long. Okay, this looks like a place for spiders. This looks like a place for spiders. Or potentially something valuable. I don't know quite what we're... Hello. Dead body. Energy boost chew. Then a nutri chew. Okay. You know, a torch really would be sublime here. Oh, hello. I really shouldn't be going this far without a map. Wow. That looks really cool. Oh, a box. One of those crates on top of that. I'm going to do something stupid then. Never mind, I'm a genius. Drone wreck. Damage logic board, which is valuable and will give me 400 more points, I believe. So we do need to be keeping an eye out for them. Is that anything? Don't think so. I think I can use my double jump like that to prevent fall damage. If there is fall damage. Harvest that, lovely. Okay, I think the last thing we're gonna do then is go check out those ruins. Maybe. I don't...
I'm getting better at this.
Hello, level up survival, level up survival, level up survival, level up survival. Oh, and you get perks at different levels. Okay. So at level 10 movement, I'm assuming that's how I increase my stamina and stuff then. This is such a good looking game.
good stuff.
Harvest as many of these as I can. I just really like the soundtrack. It's giving Subnautica in space with slightly less of a story element. Not that Subnautica isn't in space, but I'm really liking this so far. I want to go over to that, but I know there's going to be something dangerous there. I want to get the map. I think getting the map is going to be our goal for this video, to end it out at least. And thus, that is exactly what we're going to do. I am going to head for the city, I've decided. Or the ruins, whatever this is. We need more of those drone cores if we want to level up faster. What was that? What did I just hear? I knew it! I knew it! Oh, you're bigger. Oh, you're so much bigger. Oh! Oh, hello.
I'm getting better and better.
Okay. Slasher biofact.
Our center has finished regenerating.
Yep. Okay, so it regenerates after it's had an... Oh, you're one of those big fellas. Slasher biofact. So that's a slasher, and that's a not a slasher, a little thing. I'm assuming. What is this? Slight detour there. That probably means I shouldn't go any further. Unless it's because they were guarding something down here, maybe? I don't know. Hello, yes they were. Hello, drone wreck.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, indeed. Purple.
Pretty little mushroom.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or ruins your kidneys. You won't know until you try it.
I mean, I have to give it to her. I may not like her, but she's more comedic than PDA lady.
Ambush!
Ambush? Where? Why? What? Here. Why are you blue? Level up combat. Oh, exploding.
Reloading.
Miasma or something like that.
That was close.
Okay. I'm assuming if I walk in that, I gain toxicity. Yep. Infection. Not ideal. So, after the miasma cloud goes, I'm assuming that walking on that's not good. That's fine then. I'm somewhat apprehensive to come over here because of the spider fellas. But if I think the slashes are the only things that really cause me any issue so far. So this looks like a former colony.
You're nearing the abandoned outpost of a previous expedition. Search the area. You'll find equipment and information you can use.
Why is the combat
Can
music
I
started?
use any of what's left standing?
Unfortunately, no. All buildings were created for a core that was an older model, incompatible with the current version of the building tools programming. But it's okay.
No, thank you.
Look on the bright side. Everything you find here is yours.
Oh, I can headshot
I
them.
won't tell anyone.
I can't even build anything here.
Officially, this is still territory belonging to the IRO and its partner companies.
Okay.
Even though they failed, it doesn't change the fact that they were here first.
Hang on a minute. That thing got blue eyes when it ran through the miasma.
Easy, WP, GG.
Yeah, so my assumption is that the miasma will give a buff to the other ones then, because that did change colour. The eyes changed colour. Get a cheeky replay,
Come
you'll
to
see
mama.
it too if you missed it the first time. I think that's going to give a buff to the other fellas, which isn't ideal. Why are there more? Why are there always more?
Eat that. Reloading.
So headshots can one-shot these
One less
dudes.
bastard.
Okay, yeah, headshots can one-shot those dudes, but you don't want to risk not missing. Rubble pile open.
Oh, gotcha.
Basic building material. Okay. Storage box. Hydrolyte. Yeah, I'm looking for valuables that I can that I can sell. Which I think we may have just found. Okay, dead body first. Lesser life giver LEM
Slashers.
increases
What is
health.
this?
Correct. A
Person's
limbic
face.
enhancement membrane. It increases the brain's
Oh
capabilities.
no.
Once placed in the disc, it can improve your motor motor or cognitive skills.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hear that.
I heard about this. Rich people install these so they don't have to sleep for 3 weeks. Very effective.
An infection cloud should will not function while inside it.
Yeah? What's going on?
You've entered an infection
Oh, no.
cloud. Microorganisms from the vermin are reacting with your equipment,
Ah!
disrupting your shield.
So no safety net then?
Okay, no more of that, please. Oh, hello. Lesser Life Giver LEM. Can I use that or not? Combat Survival. Hello. What have I unlocked? Use the LEM station to insert LEM. So I can... So that... Yeah, so I put them in my inventory. It's just a case of actually getting to put them in. Hello. I hope they're at least worth a fair whack. If they're not, I'm going to be disappointed. Storage box. I'll take that. Still ammo, I'll take. Still ammo, standard ammo. Again, I'll take. Personal storage. Clear capsules. Eat to gain effect. Doubles natural toxicity loss. Okay. The mainframe. LEM system test report. Okay, despite the general fatigue that we're suffering from, the Lieutenant appears to be functioning better than the other crew members. Maximum blood pressure does not exceed 170/60. Reduced telomere wear was also observed when compared to the test subject. The LEM performs its functions of generally improving vitality as expected. The conditions on Arcadia 7 and bombardment by StarRuptures do not affect its functionality. It is my expert opinion to allow the limbic enhancement membranes to be tested in combat conditions in the Rupture system. From among the expected side effects of LEM implementation, none of the subjects experienced dizziness, shortness of breath, colorblindness, selective deafness, increased libido, diarrhea lasting more than 48 hours, stroke. More than implies it was inducing diarrhea, but they can get away with saying 48 hours, which isn't what I want to be hearing. Both subjects experienced trouble sleeping, decreased libido, enlarged gallbladder. Only the test subject experienced spontaneous allergy to legumes. Only the comparison subject experienced rash, increased blood pressure. The LEM behaves in accordance with expectations and in some aspects better than Earth. We will soon move on to testing in combat conditions. I take back the comment about this game not having story. So this was the foundation for the LEM research lab, which is the things that I need to use in combat, or that's what I unlock after leveling up. And here we have starter blueprint. Use the recipe station to unlock item production. War bonds used to unlock new weapons. Hello. And then security logger tablet. Researcher Dr. Beatrice Laskowski. Ask for reinforcements urgent. Lewis is dead. Harold is seriously wounded. Further testing if it's because of the LEM. Harold is unable to fight. Move to the chamber room. Will really die here if they come again. Suspend testing. Don't provoke them anymore. So my assumption from that then would be that whatever we need to make the LEMs is what is winding up the rat-looking fellas. Figlet. Eat to gain effect. Gain calories 20 hydration. Then search this. Aquabar. Gain 50 hydration. Yes, please. Nutribar. Yeah, I seriously need to clear this out. Then we have... I can't deconstruct these because of property laws or whatever the corpo lady said. What I can do is come up and have a look in here. There's 7 war bombs. Damaged memory module.
Exploder.
Where? What? Oh, so they spawn in.
I smashed it. Changing mags.
I need a better weapon.
One less bastard. That was close.
Okay, you know what? I won't drop them. I need to research them. Slasher biofact, an unknown chunk of flesh. Valuable, consumable. Removes toxicity. Removes all positive effects. Okay. But I have the clear capsules, which I'm assuming are okay, so I'll make them from those. And I'm assuming they won't remove negative effects. No, okay. So I can craft... Okay. So I can craft those tablets with those is what I'm assuming from this. Air jumper LEM reduces double jump cost. Yes, please. So what do I get rid of to use that? I do need to keep these LEMs because they will be useful when I can actually use them. I want to get rid of Holy Snack. You know what? I'll just use that. And then I think we can head home. And we will definitely have the resources we need to make ourselves a map or to unlock the map. Not sure about making it yet. Not sure what we're going to need to do that. But we should have unlocked all the stuff that we need. We've also got a bit of an insight into what it is that's causing this issue with the vermin, I believe is the title of them, which is whatever the LEM process is. Yeah, what I am most interested in is just exploring. Now that I know that there's some kind of story behind everything, in regard to like the LEM stuff, why the vermin are here or what they're doing here, quite excited to keep cracking on. But I hope you have enjoyed. Before we, do unlock the map, if you have, please consider leaving a like. I am very much enjoying this game, very much looking forward to continuing playing it. Now, I'm intrigued to see. So slasher, biofact, 40 each. Damage and memory module, they were big. Security logger.
Useful
1500.
information.
Okay, damage logic board, they were decent. Damage personal interface. Could be worth something, but how much? 500 each? They're valuable. They're not. They're not. Okay, not bad whatsoever. Now is you. Moon Energy Corporation. There we go. That is the other complaint I'd have to make. I would have loved to have heard all that information. I didn't because the voice lines overlaid on top of each other. I believe, was it here that I could make the map, or was it elsewhere? It's in this, the recipe station. Is there anything map related here? Or have I unlocked it? Oh, I have a stator blueprint. Oh, data point obtained by analyzing stuff. Right. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So I need to find the blueprints for each of these things by going out and adventuring in the wild, which in turn will afford me the ability to craft other stuff that I need to complete. Right, okay. This is making a lot of sense. Very intrigued to see how this all plays out. I would also love to know if I've got a map. And yes, story items here. Not lost on death. Shared with other players. So I can find something related to the story and I will keep it if it's important. Which begs the question. Is it the LEMs that I need to investigate, or is it the reason that I'm here? Finally, yes, the map. Okay, she's pretty big. What is it? Okay, so there's a dead body here. Dead body, underground cave, a complex. Might be something valuable down there. I wish I could mark that. I did miss that. Base core. Okay, orbital lander. Underground cave. Complex of underground. Okay, I did miss both of them. This map is going to be incredibly handy. The last thing I want to do then is go mark this and see what it pings. I'm not seeing a way to waypoint. That would be fantastic if they added that. Or I'm again just thick and missed it. I don't know if I maybe shouldn't know where the underground cave complexes are because I haven't entered them yet. But ayo, not going to complain. Now, I want to see what this will grant me from doing. Geoscanner used.
Geoscanner initialized.
This is smelling like a boss battle. This is smelling like a Deep Rock Galactic side quest where you get a swarm of stuff coming for you. Lo and behold.
Changing mags.
In fact, Deep Rock's actually quite a good comparison for this.
I smacked it.
So are the sacks on the backs the weak point, or is it the heads? Yet another thing I'm yet to figure out.
One less bastard. Eat that.
Aye!
Who's next?
I'm missing these. Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead. Maybe not, I'm fine. No, I'm not, I'm infected. Right. So is that geolocated then? 100% used.
Data acquired.
Map
updated.
updated. Oh, so that unlocks... Right, okay. So I'm assuming then we've unlocked this pretty big segment of a radius of the map. So I'm assuming that every, like, there'll be one here, one here, one here, one here. They'll be around so that you can, you know, discover stuff more. Yeah, one there. I'm assuming if I look this way for a little bit, I might spot one. But I quite like that. Right. That is going to do us for today, folks. I do hope you have enjoyed it, because I certainly have. I will 1,000,000% be back playing this. I have really enjoyed this game. I do like that it's a mix between, like, an exploring FPS survival type, but also that there's the industrial sort of factory grinding almost element to it. I am really enjoying this, and I'm very excited to see where we go from here. I have one complaint. I don't know what that. I don't know why I need this thing. I don't know what you do, and I don't know why I would want you or why I need you. I think that is probably my biggest question thus far. What do you do? Core overheat level 72 out of 1,000. Base deconstruction. Deconstructing the base core will No, thank you. But I recoup all the resources. Not the stuff in them, I'm assuming. So if I choose level 2 needs... Like, what is ceramics? So that basically stops my base from overheating, I think. Or it's a limit as to how much energy I can have within the base. Not certain. Anyway, as I was saying, folks, that is going to be me for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Take care. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.